recent recording session of the C major violin sonata by Bach, I noticed that my left hand produces many unpleasant squeaks from sliding on the bass strings. I would like to share my thoughts on how I reduce squeaks. The reason for the squeaks is simple. Noise is created when fingers are dragged horizontally left or right over the wound strings. To avoid squeaks, left-hand fingers should be released directly upwards and not at an angle. In this example, I'm holding a complicated shape with my left hand. My second finger is under tension, and when it is lifted off the string, it wants to move to the left, as a result making a string noise. My solution to this problem is to try to maintain the separation between first and second fingers when releasing, keeping tension between fingers while lifting straight up. Here's how I do it. Going straight up and keeping tension. In this example, I want to show how to reduce squeaks during shifts on the same string. For example, when the finger is dragged to a different fret. So what I do, I usually try to hold the note before the shift a little bit longer, and then lift the finger when I go to the next fret. It can still sound very connected and legato if done properly. Guitar has a lot of overtones, and a lot of the times it will mask the disconnect. Here's another trick that I use when I release left-hand fingers. For example, sometimes I'll hear an open string, or I'll hear a bit of a string noise. What I do sometimes is put the right-hand finger on that same string when releasing. So what that does, it actually mutes the squeak. This versus a lot louder squeak. Or in the following example of an arpeggio section from Prelude No. 4 by Villa-Lobos, the squeaks are extremely loud. The third finger is played on the fourth string, and that's the only finger that makes that horrible noise. So here's another way of doing it, which is tilting to the left. There's a lot less drag on that finger, and therefore less noise. So that's one way. Another way is lifting that finger that is on the wound strings. At least one finger down, so that kind of as a guide finger, and that helps me keep track of where I am. So one of the two ways could work, but I find that lifting fingers is very tricky. It's probably a lot easier to tilt to the left and reduce string noise that way. Finally, you can use polished strings to further reduce string noise. But I want to mention that by only using polished strings, you will not be able to completely eliminate string noise. Polished strings diminish the intensity of the squeak, but the frequency will still be there. So, in my opinion, technique adjustments are absolutely necessary.